Good evening, class. My name is Daquan Mitchell, and this content area focuses on intercultural communication, language, and culture as it pertains to effective communication in higher education. I am currently completing my master's in communication with an emphasis in higher education. Communication is extremely important in this classroom setting due to the classroom being composed of several different adult learners in which originate from diverse backgrounds, cultures, and norms. Communication comes in many different forms to include the verbal and nonverbal forms. Each form of communication is needed to build contexting and purpose within a conversation between individuals of diverse backgrounds and cultures. Establishing good forms of communication consists of utilizing a specific style of communication called intercultural communication, which Abazinga 2023 advised is the sending and receiving of messages across languages and cultures. It is also a negotiated understanding of meaning in human experiences across social systems and societies. Intercultural communication is utilized to obtain maximum context and meaning of language between cultures to establish a common ground of shared viewpoints. The purpose of this lesson is to discuss the importance of intercultural communication, utilizing proper problem solving techniques, and assessing conflict resolution tactics within the communication compound of a classroom setting. Strategies for effective communication and overcoming challenges. The classroom must have a strong cultural foundation to promote positivity and success. In doing this, it is important that the classroom must first be identified as being a safe environment. Creating a safe place for adult learners to participate not only allows everyone to open up, but it also provides a sense of comfort to create a more relaxed and cohesive learning environment. Establishing this safe place further allows for better classroom management, assessments, and personalized learning. It may also be beneficial to utilize active listening techniques within the classroom to establish effective communication. Communicating not only involves talking, but also listening to verbal language, body language, and tone. Active listening allows a person to finish their thought before interruption, which allows the opposite party to receive, assess, and formulate their response before prematurely interrupting. Finally, effective communication can be achieved through the use of feedback. Feedback is essential in any setting because it provides an assessment from the instructor of what is being done good and what could be improved, provides an assessment from peers on maybe what they feel are similar and different approaches, along with an assessment from oneself to determine if a different approach could have been utilized or if anything could be expressed further. Abdullah Al-Harbi and Mohammed Hassan Al-Adal 2022 advises, teachers face the challenging task of interacting effectively with students from various linguistic as well as socioeconomic backgrounds in classes with mixed ability learners. Hearing challenges, auditory impediments, poor training in listening, and oral hurdles are common obstacles to effective classroom communication. To consider and overcome these barriers, learner engagement is of utmost significance. Each of these strategies will be implemented into the classroom for the purposes of establishing a positive communicative culture. De escalating conflict in the classroom. Conflict may come in many different forms within the classroom, but the outcome from that conflictual situation depends on how exactly parties within the situation are able to communicate to reach a preferred resolution. De-escalating conflict between instructor and student can begin on the instructor level by remaining professional, evaluating teaching strategies, and allowing the student to express their concerns while actively providing possible solutions through engaging in taking control or responsibility of the lesson for the day. This will grant the student the opportunity to reverse roles and express their take on the material as the instructor assess ways in which are beneficial to approach similar incidences in the future. Addressing conflict between students can be resolved by those active listening techniques. Creating exercises where students actively utilize brainstorming, problem solving, and conflict resolution tactics within a communication practical allows students to become more confident in working through problems, assessing context of language, and reaching a common ground that benefits both parties. Student success. COPOD 2023 advises emotional intelligence is the ability to control emotions and use them to one's advantage when thinking and solving problems. Emotions can be regulated and utilized for betterment in tasks like thinking and problem solving, which exactly is called emotional intelligence. Gaining the ability to control emotions result from providing needed feedback. Feedback can come in forms of self-assessment, student analysis, or instructor observations. Upon obtaining this feedback and addressing the changes that could be made, communication can then be evaluated between parties as emotions are a driving factor to the way in which we communicate and sometimes puts us in a place to where we block everything else out other than what we want to hear. Utilizing active listening skills allows one to focus on positive communication and set aside emotions to generate a healthy line of communication. Conclusion. In conclusion, communication is an essential component in life whether it involves the academic, professional, or personal settings. Most forms of communication involve intercultural communication as individuals attempt to reach a common ground and viewpoint between and within cultures. Utilizing these described strategies and methods for de-escalation are beneficial in the classroom and will promote a healthier learning environment for all participants. Thank you for this session, and I pray you all have a great evening.